Hi everybody and welcome back to the SwiftCase Productivity Podcast. My name is Adam Sykes, tech founder of SwiftCase, the professional productivity platform, and I'm here today with Craig and Phil. So you want to introduce yourselves, guys?
Hi, I'm Craig. I'm development manager at SwiftCase and I head up our Liverpool office in the Baltic Triangle.
I'm Phil. I'm also at the Baltic Triangle, but I'm a developer.
Okay, great. So last time's episode we were talking a little bit about automation and the future of work, and we're going to just continue that theme in this episode and dig a little deeper into how it can help your business, how it can make you a bit more productive. So we'll kick off on that sort of theme. What are the ways that automation benefits people now, and without worrying about too much in the future? What sort of things can people really benefit from, I suppose?
I think ultimately the consumer, it's not just all business really, the consumer ultimately wins out. Because to go back to the self-service machines at supermarkets, I just find that an absolute dream. I used to wait for ages in a queue. It used to be quite monotonous, but now I'm straight there at the till, get out the shop as quick as I can.
That's really interesting actually, because I think using the self-service doesn't mean I don't have a relationship with the people that work there, which is what people are afraid of. Like, you're just going to go in, no one's going to touch you, nothing. Because in a way, I also do it to help them not have to deal with me. Exactly. So it's like, in a way, I'm almost their co-worker when I go in. And then you go, oh, hello, it's me
get paid.
Yeah, exactly. You sort of make those jokes and interact. And it's like, so there's always a way, and you still talk to them about the weather or whatever. Yeah. It's not like you've removed human elements from the whole experience.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the consumer really wins out, because ultimately businesses can spend more time focusing on making them happy rather than spend writing a report or doing something monotonous like that.
Well, exactly. Most of the time they're cashiers, they're actually performing the action of scanning, aren't
exactly.
They? Whereas they could be out on the floor making sure that people are okay. In fact, I went into my co-op today and there was an elderly lady who sort of fainted in there, and the two employees were making sure she was okay, and they were only able to do that because everyone could just use the self-checkouts. And it's like they could abandon that post knowing full well that people would do it.
Were still able to.
And I was like, oh, that's really nice. That's the kind of personal interaction that people say would be missing because of automation. So
I think that is a key point. It's about people being free to do something that matters, doesn't it? I suppose as well, it's going to free up people's time so they can spend more time doing other things as well. So maybe people spend less time in work but do more important work. So rather than spending 6 hours typing into a computer, you can maybe spend 4 hours but actually making sales or actually really creating the added value for your product that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do if you were spent 6 hours just bashing in data.
Because you can be communicating with your clients.
And then it still frees you up for you've got that extra 2 hours. You want to go out for a bike ride, you want to go and play with your kids or whatever. There's that extra time that it frees up time for you to do what you want outside of work, because you become more efficient inside of work. It gives you that extra opportunity. So I think we've automated lots of systems, haven't we, over the last sort of five to so years.
I mean, the great thing about automation as well is it tends to be stored on a machine, and then once you've got access to all that information, you can use it to actually modify the way that you work and see where the business is perhaps failing.
Yeah, so continuous improvement in your business, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
I suppose the other thing with being on a computer is it's 24 hours a day. So those processes where your customers can access it when they want, because they've not got to wait for you to be inside. Office hours, they can interact with their data. They can see what data you hold about them. But I mean, things we've automated, like just being able to read people's emails for them. I mean, how much time do people waste? What was it we were reading the other day, like 2.5 hours a day people waste reading their emails and answering their emails. I mean, that's like, I think I worked out it's about nearly 6 weeks a year you spend answering emails. Yeah, school summer holiday.
Even things like just delegating those emails or the inquiries to the right team. you know, automation can do that,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Yeah.
It really just saves you the time of doing it yourself, doesn't it?
You know, and a big key area of automation, like around your marketing, so responding to people, making requests, making sure that like they're following a process and where they get the information that you feel is key for them. You know, that can all be automated, so we can send out emails at different stages through the process, make sure people are kept up to date.
Well, I think there's a huge array of options that businesses have to automate their processes. One of them is document generation. You know, at the moment, businesses, they send out letters, they send out reports. A big one that we've dealt with in the past is actually quotations. So a business will produce quotations for their clients. An admin member of staff will produce it for, I don't know, 2 hours a day. And then it just takes ages to send this one report out. Our system does it in 5 minutes, which is amazing. It uses all the data that you've stored in the system. It produces a lovely formatted document, consistent across the board. And it just takes the hassle out of that whole process, really. And on top of that as well, you can put logic into that.
So it's not just mail merge, is it? It's, you know, it's not like your old school mail merge where you had a Word document template and you just dragging data in from the database.
You're not just putting names in there.
So this is like the next level, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's like taking, you know, what you had with mail merge. If you had mail merge, some businesses might have, like, you know, gone down the route of like actually formalizing their processes and having formal templates. So that's one way you can get better. But then I suppose what we're saying is you can automate it. You can put some of the decision making in.
Exactly.
So
like
take the mail merge
hypothetically,
to the next level, if you like.
If you go out and do a survey and that's over a specific value, for example, you might want to put some extra sentences at the bottom. You might want to display certain things. If you've taken photos of the site, you might want to display them there with a nice caption and so on.
And the actual form, when you're actually building your document, might ask you different questions based on
what you've put in
so far. So it like automates and tailors your process, doesn't it, as it goes along. So it's got that, what used to require someone to actually know about it and be trained about, it's just built in.
Exactly.
It's part of the system, isn't it? So,
and in some ways as well, you can skip the training, you know, methods that you used to do. You spend days training someone. You can actually put that into a system that does it for you.
I suppose that's another key benefit of compliance and you know, actually reducing errors. It's not real. Automation is not just about doing things quickly. When we say efficient and productive, it's about doing it right as well. It's doing it accurately, doing it right first time. So you're not repeating things. So you're quicker because you're not repeating things as well, because you do it right the first time, because the logic, the decision making, it's already built in. So it's not just about, a computer does it, so I don't have to type it in. It's got these added benefits as well, that, you know, your work will be more consistent. You won't be making mistakes. You don't miss anything. You know, you're compliant with rules and regulations.
It's one of the major issues
you know,
that I've found dealing with our customers is when they start telling me that they're entering the same data into 5, 6 different systems, spreadsheets, when you can, you know, centralize that all into one platform that maybe speaks to these other different systems.
So integration. So like another sort of word people are sort of getting more familiar with, that, you know, it's obviously been around in computers a long time, is like APIs. So how can we connect different things, different systems together? You know, that's an important concept. That's what's quite an important thing that we do a lot of, isn't it, really? I think so. I think sending, you know, even sending text messages out, or talking to accounting packages like, you know, Xero, Sage, you know, these sort of things. There's lots of systems that, you know, work, do different tasks in different aspects of a business, and automation allows those to talk to each other rather than you duplicating your work.
Exactly, because that's when, you know, you're leaving room for error, really.
You type that date in, and you type the US date in one place by accident because the machine uses a different date format. You got to remember to use the UK date format in another. these things, the Americans did it wrong, we did it right.
Might be the difference between being owed £500 or £5,000.
Yeah, exactly. And you've sent out the invoice, and you look bad to your customers, don't you? If you don't get the details right, you've got to send them another invoice and apologise. It might be the first time you've spoken to a customer and you've made a mistake, and that looks bad, reflects badly on your business, doesn't it? And whereas if your system's got everything perfect, you've already built those kind of fail safes and things into it.
You're just less reliant on experts.
Yeah.
Less reliant on somebody who knows exactly what they're doing, and if they're off ill or they leave the company, suddenly all that expertise is gone, and all the nooks and crannies that they knew how to get around and find like with the system, anyone can be an expert effectively.
Yeah. So we automate the expertise, don't we? We put the expertise into the system. So it's not a case of John's off, we can't do that till John gets back, or Liz isn't available today. She we can't deal with your issue, or we don't know. I don't know why that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's all.
He deals with that, whereas everyone can have a vested interest and sort of like be a stakeholder in the process, can't they?
Yeah, no, I think that's key. So I think we've covered quite a lot of things there, haven't we? So we've looked at the future of work, what automation is, how jobs are going to look in the future, and what sort of key skills will be required for moving forward, and also how can you take advantage of automation, what's available today for your business to make that more productive. I think that's everything been quite well covered. So I suppose if anyone's got any other comments that they wanted to add before we finish, we covered everything, key areas.
No, I think ultimately my views on automation is it's something that we should be excited about. I know there's caution there, but it just helps so much, and I think from all sides really we've all got something to take from it.
Yeah, I think the things that are going to be the most amazing and fruitful and productive about it, we've got no idea what they are yet.
Yeah,
but that's going to be that's what's exciting about it. It's not that we can't even see the horizon.
There's jobs that haven't even been created yet. As a result of this.
Okay, so we've discussed lots of different things today about how automation works currently for people's businesses. So what sort of things they can automate to become more productive, what the future of work is going to look like, what jobs are going to be in the future, what skills are going to be valued. I think that's pretty much automation well covered, isn't it? So is there anything else anyone wants to add before we finish up?
I think we've just about covered it.
Yeah, so I think automation is definitely something to be positive about, and to look to take advantage of how it can help your business. And we live in an exciting time of change, and I think time to grasp the change and make full use of it.
If you've enjoyed our podcast today, don't forget to subscribe below. And follow us on Twitter at SwiftCase UK. You can find us all on LinkedIn if you want to have a chat with us. And head to our website if you want a free demo of the system at www.swiftcase.co.uk.
Yeah, and if you've got any comments about what we've talked about today, or what you'd like us to talk about in the future, maybe, then leave a comment below.
Okay, so that's great. So thank you everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time on the SwiftCase Productivity Podcast.